Goeiedag. Good day, fellow South Africans, and this is just an update on the Bethal, Standerton protests that are happening, and the region called Morganzon, which is in the middle of the whole thing. I'll attach a couple of images where you can see evidence of what I'm talking about here. Okay, now I'll also put a link down below to the Standerton Advertiser, because they are doing minute-to-minute updates on the situation as it happens in that region, which is going to be far more useful to you than me posting something up every 6 hours or 12 hours. But it's not looking good. That's the bottom line. I got an email from, excuse my dog. I'll close the door in a second if he carries on. Okay, so the situation is this, that it's so bad in Morganzon now that overnight residents of Morganzon weren't able to get home. So they've had to try and find somewhere else to stay because the roads had just been blocked off. Yesterday, which is the 24th of January, a truck was set alight in Morganzon. And it was put right across the road to block the road. And you'll see an image of that shortly. Okay, so according to sources to the paper, police officers were clashing with protesters, with people on both sides apparently being injured due to stones being thrown and rubber bullets flying all over the place. This is, again, in Morganzon. And an update sent through at just before 3 p.m. yesterday, the 24th of January, states that after discussions between a farmer from Morganzon and Mr. V.A. Gwerbo, Morganzon's march coordinator, an agreement was reached on several points. However, Mr. Gwerbo told the Advertiser he has no control over the community anymore. So the guy who actually organized this protest says that the people who came in to support it are now out of control, and he can't control them. That's not good. He goes on to say they want to see the mayor. According to him, police officers are clashing with protesters, with people on both sides apparently being injured due to stones being thrown and rubber bullets flying all over the place. As more information comes to light, the Advertiser will update its readers. And there's one final comment that I'll put in here. The Advertiser met up with Mr. V.A. Gwerbo, Morganzon March Coordinator, outside the Standerton Magistrates Court and asked him why the protest has turned violent and why there was a standoff between some of the protesters and farmers. He said that armed farmers were provoking protesters by moving in the same circles as police. Hello? How do you defend yourself when you got these thugs roaming the streets? That is an absolutely ridiculous statement by this guy. Anyway, it goes on to say, when confronting one of the farmers about Mr. Gwerbo's statement, he responded that the farmers agree with every single point in the memorandum and even other issues not listed, but they were not going to allow protesters to run rampant and cause havoc by destroying property and intimidating people. Protesters are breaking down signs, causing damage to municipal and private property, and not only threatening people's lives, but also their livelihood. We are all in agreement, but do not condone, however, the way the protest is being conducted. Mr. Gwerbo said that they were willing to engage with the farmers to discuss a way forward, but the farmers need to approach them. The Standerton Advertiser also contacted a farmer who was willing to see whether they could come to an amicable solution. The protest allegedly erupted in Morganzon on the 23rd of January after Mr. Linda Dlamini, Lekwa Executive Mayor, was a no-show to receive a memorandum drawn up by the community under the leadership of Mr. Gwerbo. So, the whites are not involved. It's a black mayor and this black guy who organized the protest, but Guess who the victims are? The white people in that community. They weren't involved in this whole friggin' thing. This is how crazy it is becoming in South Africa. Mr. Gwebu also said that they have been trying to get a hold of the Lekwa executive mayor, but that he is missing in action. The Standerton advertiser tried to contact Mrs. Tobika Mchwela, Lekwa's communications manager, to find out where the mayor is and why he is not addressing the community of Morganzon in order to restore the calm. But calls to her went unanswered. Now, I'm going to end it there because my dog's going friggin' crazy, as you can probably hear in the background. I will attach a couple of images of what's happening in Morganzon, and have a good day. Bye for now.